Hey, welcome to Keight Krafts. I'm Kate. Today I would like to share with you a quick and easy card for mom. Let's get started. So to kick things off, I have got this shiny metallic pink paper and I'm using Lawn Fawn's outside in stitched heart stackable die, and I'm just going to cut that out of the center and set the heart off to the side as I'm not really going to need it. So now I have got my A2 size card, which is 4¼ by 5½, and I'm lining this up on the inside and I'm going to cut it again because I want that stitch to be the right side in kind of thing, so that way when you open it you get the pretty side. And I'm just going to check and make sure that everybody lines up. So once I've gone and done that, I am going to add a bunch of double-sided 1/8 inch score tape to the outside of this little heart. And I've already gone ahead and done the same to the pink cardstock that I have added acetate to. And I'm going to add acetate to this as well because we are going to make a little window shaker card. So you'll be able to see it from the outside and the inside. So once I have completely taped tediously around this, I have a lot of this 1/8 inch score tape, and I find that I can control it better than my little tape runner contraption. So I'll go ahead and peel off the release tape that I have put on around the heart here. And I've already gone ahead and done all of this stuff to the pink heart, and once I'm done that, I'm just going to add the acetate. So that way I have acetate on the outside of the card, if you know what I mean. So that way when you close it, it looks like you see the acetate behind the heart kind of thing. And then I'll have the pink heart taped down as well with the acetate. Now, I ended up changing this in the end, but I left this in here just to show you what it would look like when it said Happy Mother's Day. I'm got the card closed and I'm just putting the stamps on top of the acetate, and that way I can line everybody up. So I'll go ahead and ink that up with some jet black Copic friendly ink. Not that it really matters that it's Copic friendly, but it's what I grabbed. This is just the Lawn Fawn cube of black ink. And I'm going to ink this up a couple of times so that I get a nice crisp image. But again, I end up changing this in the end anyway, as you will see momentarily. You can kind of see the heart covers it up, and I'm not sure. So while I'm debating on what I want to do, I've gone ahead and added some foam tape, and I've got this lightweight, I don't know what you call it. I received it for my birthday from my cousin. Her and her sisters got together and made me a little bag of shaker goodies from the dollar store, which I thought was really stinking sweet of them. And I thought I would use them in today's card. They're like these lightweight little, I don't know, foil flakes or chips, like almost like wood chips, but they're foil. And then I'm going to take some micro beads because I'm not sure how these two are going to interact with each other. Later I find out that the foil's too light and condensed, then the beads just kind of sit around on the top and they don't really move as much. But I think if I were to redo this, I would have just left the micro beads out and left the little pink foil bits in because I don't know. I think I like the foil bits better. So I'll just take off all of the foam tape. And to keep this card quick and simple, I will cut that out so that way you don't have to sit through it all. I did end up taping the actual card down to my workstation. You can kind of see the yellow there because I have a tendency of making things fly. So I'm going to stand above this and line everybody up, and then once I'm satisfied with where it's at, I'll just mash that down. Now this is where the banner for the outside comes in. I figured out this little trick. I don't know. I don't think I've seen it anywhere, but I thought I would try my hand at using this everyday banner die, I think, or sentiment die. I forget what this one's called. They've got two of them. I've got one of them. I can't remember which one of them. Anyway, I'm using the banner upside down to line up Hey Mom, so I can keep things kind of together. At least that's what I think. So once I've got everybody lined up and everybody's mashed down, I'm going to use that same Lawn Fawn black ink it up, and I'm going to ink this out a couple of times So that way, again, I get the nice crisp image, and then I can go ahead and cut that off camera. So this is where I run into the dilemma. I really like that Hey Mom, and I'm shaking around the shaker bits, and I'm kind of not feeling the Happy Mother's Day. I mean, I like the Happy Mother's Day, but I kind of want to really have that Hey Mom, and kind of, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do, and I'm shaking it around, and I'm thinking, and then I have a eureka moment. We still have the cutout of that other heart that we did from the inside. So I'm just going to take a piece of low-tack tape and kind of line up where I want to put my sentiment. And then I'm just going to take the letters from the Henry Jr.'s ABC stamp set that I have here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put I love you, which I end up switching around in a minute. You'll see here. So I've got the I love you, but then I'm thinking, you know what, this sentiment is just a little bit too big, so I'm going to put the love back onto the cellophane here, and I'm going to go into my stash and dig out this freebie that I got last spring, I think? No. When did this one come out? It was for the Valentine's Day one, not the spring one. What am I thinking? This was from the Valentine's Day release. It was the freebie with purchase kind of thing, and I thought that heart fit perfectly in between the I and the U. So I'm going to line everybody up as best as I possibly can, mind my head, and then I'm going to remove the Hey Mom and then make sure that I can stamp this out with any fuzzies or anything like that. So once I've got that all inked up a couple of times, I'll be able to cover up that Happy Mother's Day. So I'm just taking some tape runner and some glue, because for some reason it's just what I'm all about, is overgluing everything. And even gluing my little thing, so my tube. So I've taken the heart and I've placed it back into the cutout, and then I have just folded it over and it fits perfectly. So I've got a mono sand eraser here. I'm just gonna clean up that little smudge. I don't know if that's ink from my fingers or what that is, but the mono sand eraser seemed to clean that up. So now you can see here, it looks a little bit better. So you've got the little glittery see-through, so it looks like it's got a white background, and when you open it up, it'll say I love you. So I'm just going to eyeball this. I mean, I'm thinking as I go along, I'm going to do that, and then I think, well, that's not going to line up properly. So I'm going to end up bringing back in that pink heart that you see up in the corner here in a second, and I'm going to cut around the edge. So I'm going to line that up where I want that on my heart here, and I'm just going to trim off that little bit to go with the curve of it, because I taped too close to the edge and I can't quite fit it under, so we're just going to kind of rest it on its side here. So we'll add a little bit more glue and a little bit more glue because we want it to stick to the acetate. So once I've got that all set up, I'm standing up, I'm lining it up, I'm pushing it down, we have a complete card. And I think it's kind of cute. So it says, hey mom, and then shake it around, and you open it, it says, I love you. And here is my finished card that you can see how shiny it is, and then on the inside, I kind of like that added little detail. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.